What's going on, guys? Tonight's WWE SummerSlam pay-per-view, Los Angeles, California, Staples Center, August 17th, 2014. But before you watch this video, please make sure to check out the previous video on the channel. You'll get a good laugh based on tonight's SummerSlam with Brock Lesnar and John Cena. Well, the pre-show match, we saw Rob Van Dam versus Cesaro. I actually missed the match, but my prediction, and I'm pretty sure 99% of you chose Cesaro, but apparently Rob Van Dam won with a 5-star frog splash, so the Cesaro losing streak continues. I just can't believe how Cesaro was supposed to have such a huge push in this summer 2014, and it is pretty much just completely dropped, and that spot has been going to Roman Reigns, and Cesaro is pretty much a jobber now, it seems. So we shall see what happens. Hopefully WWE picks up with Cesaro very soon. We had the opening match between Dolph Ziggler and The Miz for the IC title. We saw Dolph Ziggler defeat Miz with a Zig Zag to become the new IC champion. So great seeing Ziggler champion. It was a few months ago when WWE released multiple superstars that it was rumored that Dolph Ziggler was on the radar, him and Ryder. Tons of talent that WWE now seems to be using Ziggler correctly, and we shall see how he is as the new Intercontinental Champion. So I'm pretty glad that Dolph Ziggler won. Dolph Ziggler was a great champion in the past. Now being a multiple-time IC champion, hopefully he adds some more feuds. He will most likely be feuding with The Miz through Night of Champions, have their rematch there. So Dolph Ziggler should retain at Night of Champions. Now my predictions 0-2 thus far, as I thought The Miz, since he did just win, that he would be able to retain. Speaking of title changes and non-retaining and a non-right prediction, the next match we had a Divas Championship match, Paige versus AJ, where I said AJ would win, also because she had most recently won the belt, and it was actually Paige who won on her 22nd birthday. Paige won as she countered the Black Widow into her Ram-Paige DDT to become the new champion. We have two new champions thus far, new Divas Champion and new Intercontinental Champion. So I'm pretty shocked that Paige was able to beat AJ. This feud will probably go through Night of Champions as well. We'll see what other diva steps up for the belt. So let me hear your thoughts in the comments. What do you think? What diva is next? Naomi possibly again. Maybe Natalya will come out of nowhere. Haven't seen her in some time. We shall see what happens. But Paige, shockingly, is the new Divas Champion, two-time Divas Champion. Flag match, once again, Rusev defeated Jack Swagger in this feud, sadly, as Swagger didn't tap out, but he seemed to be knocked out with the Accolade. And after the match, I went downstairs, didn't really pay attention to it. The Russian flag was raised, and the Russian national anthem played. Hopefully someone has to beat Rusev, that's all I'm saying, because I'm getting pretty tired of the Lana whole Rusev thing week in, week out. Lumberjack match, Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose. They were fighting in the crowd at one point. Lumberjacks didn't really do anything. Ambrose landed on all of them, knocking them down. Kane interfered at one point because the Lumberjacks wouldn't really do anything as Rollins and Ambrose were fighting in the crowd. Ambrose took out almost every Lumberjack. Rollins took advantage of all the Lumberjacks fighting towards the end of the match, and as the referee seemed to be distracted, Ambrose was hit with the Money in the Bank briefcase by Seth Rollins, and then that got the 1-2-3 as Rollins was able to pick up the victory because of Ambrose getting hit with his briefcase. So, I don't know what's next for this feud. Apparently Dean Ambrose will be taping some sort of movie. This feud should be going on again. I don't know who's next for Dean Ambrose to feud with and Seth Rollins, so it's probably going to continue on. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if WWE refreshes the feud any, and we'll see what's next. Bray Wyatt defeated Chris Jericho with his sister Abigail. Nothing really notable about this match, but Bray Wyatt was able to pick up the victory against Chris Jericho. Jericho won at Battleground, like I mentioned. So since Bray Wyatt won tonight, they both have one win in the last two pay-per-views. So the tiebreaker, sort of say, rematch will be at the next pay-per-view, Night of Champions. Stephanie McMahon beat Brie Bella only because one point Triple H came out and took out the ref as Brie was going to win, and Nikki Bella and Brie trapped Stephanie in the ring after Brie landed on Triple H and knocked him down. They both trapped Stephanie in the ring, and Stephanie got up as it appeared that Brie and Nikki were going to team up on her. Nikki actually attacked Brie, the picture that you see on your screen, and helped Stephanie up, and that helped Stephanie hit the pedigree and get the win. So Stephanie defeated Brie Bella. It seems as if this feud will now be a Stephanie versus Brie, Brie versus Nikki sort of thing. Nikki then tweeted that she will answer the reason why tomorrow night on Raw. Now it appears as if Nikki did show some sympathy after looking at Brie, kind of feeling sorry, and it appears as if Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, and the Authority kind of paid her, gave her kind of extra money sort of thing to do it, bribed her to do it. So I don't know. We shall see what happens, what Nikki says tomorrow night on Raw. Roman Reigns defeated Randy Orton after Orton countered a couple moves with some great maneuvers, but to get up the win, Orton countered a Superman punch into an RKO, but Reigns kicked out. Orton went for the punt, but then Roman countered for himself and speared Randy Orton for the win. As for this feud, I don't know what happens. A lot of these feuds will continue on, but some of them that should be ending might be continuing on as well. So we just shall see what happens tomorrow, Monday Night Raw specifically. What happens with the feuds, if they are renewed into another feud, if they continue the feud but just refresh it and add stipulations or other notable actions to it. But we shall see, and you guys stay tuned, and I will give you updates on them. World Heavyweight Championship match, the main event, Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. Brock Lesnar defeated John Cena after he hit 16 German suplexes and pinned him after a second F5. First one hit it up before the first 2 minutes of the match. Believe it or not, Cena got in no offense whatsoever. Lesnar just delivered the offensive attacks to Cena the whole match. It was a very short match. So like I said, 16 German suplexes, 2 F5s, and Brock Lesnar won in less than 7 minutes, I would say. But Brock Lesnar is the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion following 2014 WWE SummerSlam. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you like Brock Lesnar as champion? Do you not like it? Check out the previous video on this channel, like I mentioned, but we shall see following tonight's WWE SummerSlam 2014 what next brings us for the next pay-per-view in September, WWE Night of Champions. So we shall see, like I said, Brie Bella, her sister turned on her, Dolph Ziggler's new champion, Paige's new champion as well, along with Brock Lesnar. So we have 3 new champions, Nikki Bella heel turn against her own sister, and we shall see what's next.